little bit to get up in here before we get started. We're going in today, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit to get up in here. Man, come on in, family, come on in. We got a good one today. Man, what's up, what's up, what's up? Man, we're going in today. We're going in today. Today ain't for the weak-minded, you know what I mean? It's not for the weak-minded at all, in any way, shape, or form. We going in today, family, man, so come on in. What's up, Eileen? Man, all of a sudden I just got nervous. Just got nervous all of a sudden. We're going in today, family. We going in, man. We going in. Yeah, and it's gonna be offensive to some people. You know what I mean? What's up with you, Scorpio lady? It's gonna be offensive to some people. You know what I mean? Everybody's not mature enough to handle this. You know what I mean? It is what it is. What's up with you, Porto Nonsense? Big Sky, what's up? Man, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, family. Man, on behalf of my mother-in-law, man, may God bless each and every one of you that come on the live. What's up, UGKTH? Man, may God bless each and every one of you. What's up, Mary? What's up, Thomas? Hey, for those of you that catch this on the replay, may God bless you as well. May God bless you as well. Man, family, don't buy the lie. Don't buy the lie. You know what I mean? I get asked so much. Well, first, let me backtrack a little bit. Nazi Germany. We don't know who's credited with saying this quote. What's up with you, Loretta? Some people believe that Hitler said it. Some people believe that one of his lynchmen, Joseph Goebbels, said it. So we don't know who said it. You know what I mean? I just wrote the comment down in the description, and I just put the Nazi propaganda machine. You know what I mean? Because regardless of who said it, that's where it came from the Nazi propaganda machine. And the quote is, if you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. I'm gonna say it again. If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. And again, that comes from the Nazi propaganda machine. Man, family, and that's the premise of what we're talking about today. Okay, man, we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, but it's all gonna tie back to don't buy the lie. Okay, don't buy the lie. It's a trip because I get asked so much about my crystals. You know what I mean? Do I believe in the crystals and all this other stuff? And I get all these people coming on, man, that's satanic and that's witchcraft, that's devil stuff, all this other foolishness. You know what I mean? And again, it's crazy what we believe. It's crazy the stupid, ignorant stuff that we believe. Stay with me. We're going somewhere today. We're talking about don't buy the lie. And it's a trip because precious gemstones, you know, and there's always Christian people that come at me for wearing all the crystals that I wear. You know what I mean? I wear a lot of crystals, you know what I mean? And there's always the Christian fanatics that want to attack me and say, man, that's satanic and that's not godly and all this other stupid stuff, right? And it's a trip because the Bible mentions almost 100 times about precious gemstones. So these people don't even understand their own Bible that they profess to know. These people don't even know their own scriptures, their own quote unquote sacred scriptures. Because if they knew their sacred scriptures, they would know that, man, there's nothing derogatory about precious gemstones ever mentioned in the Bible. Not once is precious gemstones mentioned in a negative way in the Bible. Not once. And it's almost mentioned 100 times throughout the Bible. Stay with me. We're going somewhere. We're not just talking about gemstones. We're going to talk about some other stuff, but man, I'm just laying the foundation. And so here it is. You have all these religious fanatic, psychotic individuals that don't know what the hell they're saying, but they bought the lie. They've bought the lie and they're telling everybody, man, anybody wear crystals, that's Satan stuff. That's witchcraft and that's the occult and all this other foolishness, right? And yet they'll say, man, well, yeah, the Bible, well, God did make them, but that don't mean that they're good because, you know, the devils used them. And it's like, stop. You want to die and go to heaven. Do you understand that the New Jerusalem that your Bible talks about how the cities and the walls and the gates are made with precious gemstones? So you want to condemn me for being quote unquote devilish. You want to condemn everybody rocking crystals as being a child of the devil, and you want to go to heaven. That's all you think about is going to heaven, and you going to a city, to a place that's filled with precious gemstones. The same crystals that I rock, the same. Well, no, you ain't gonna see them when you get there, because odds are you ain't going there. You know what I mean? Odds are they ain't going there. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It is what it is. They're not going to heaven. They're not going to the New Jerusalem. I know they talking like they are. I know they putting everybody else in hell. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. How can you sit there and say that something's satanic, something's devil worship, and yet your heaven and your New Jerusalem is filled with those exact same gemstones? God thinks so much. What's up with you, Raymond? What's up, Big and Greg? God thinks so much of these precious gemstones that, man, he has the New Jerusalem, he has heaven filled with these precious gemstones. That's what God thinks of these precious gemstones. The same ones that you're condemning, the same one that you're saying that are devil worship and all this other crazy stuff, the same ones that you're demonizing, all this foolishness, God is taking those same precious gemstones and laid them throughout the whole city of Jerusalem, the New Jerusalem, and heaven. God don't give a crap of the stuff that you talking, all this stupid stuff that you talk. God ain't entertaining that. God ain't listening to that. God knows that's foolishness. Stay with me. We're going somewhere. Don't buy the lie. Don't buy the lie. And I say this all the time. It is our nature, human nature, to demonize what we don't understand. We demonize what we don't know, because it goes against our religious teachings. It goes against what we understand. So it must be devil stuff. It must be satanic. And it's a trip, because you know what? I've met so many people that, man, they would see me, right? But they didn't see my crystals, because I had them in my shirt and whatever, and I had long sleeves on. So they didn't see all the crystals that I had on, right? And they would look at me and they would be like, oh my God, when they first time meeting me or whatever the case may be, it's like, oh my God, there's something about you. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. There's something about you. There's something about your energy. There's something about your presence. Man, it's just so loving. It's just so whoop-de-whoop. Man, being in your presence is like being in the presence of God. Man, just talking to you, it's like God is using you to talk to me and tell me what God is saying. And man, I have such peace being around you. I have such joy being around you. These same people that tell me that, man, I'm rocking all these crystals and this is the devil and because they don't see the crystals, man, they see my energy, they see my frequency, and they know there's something different. The Queen's out visiting her family. She has some family that just came in from Dominican Republic, and so she's out visiting her aunt and her uncle that just came in last night, and so she's gonna try to get on a little later on if she can, but she hasn't seen them since she was little. And so, and that's my bad. I should have said that right off the top. And so people are always trying to demonize what they don't know. And so these people that don't see my crystals don't know that I'm rocking crystals, because I got a long sleeve shirt on and I'm buttoned up and stuff. It's like, oh man, there's something about your frequency. Man, you're da-da-da-da. And it's all this positive, righteous stuff, right? Man, I just love being in your presence. Man, I just love talking to you. Man, just talking to you is so therapeutic. Man, just talking to you is so healing. It's so transformative, just listening to you talk, just being in your presence. What's up with you, JetBlue? And then the next time they see me and they see that I got short sleeves on and I got all these tattoos and they see all my crystals, now it's a totally different thing. They see me totally different now. I'm the same person that they saw before, the same guy that they talked me to before. It could be just the next day. But now they see all the crystals and their whole perspectives change. Their whole idea of who I am completely changed. To where it's not me. Oh man, your crystals are such good energy, and it's got to be your crystals. It's got to be this and that. It can't be me. It has to be the crystals. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. It has to be the crystals. Oh, did you have those crystals? Yeah, I've always wear these crystals. Oh, that's what I feel. It must be the crystals. The crystals are so powerful. The crystals are so therapeutic. The crystals are helping and doing all this other stuff. The crystals have the power. No, the crystals ain't got the fucking power. I'll say it again. The crystals ain't got the power. And I know that goes against a lot of what people believe. It's not the crystals. It's you. It's always been you. See, everything that we see out in nature, that we see as man, being out in the woods and in the trees and listening to the birds, or being by the ocean and just hearing the waters crash, or being by the waterfall, wherever, we're out in nature and it's so peaceful. We're out in nature and it's, man, this is like God's territory. We're out in nature and, man, we're just able to calm ourselves. We're out in nature and it's so peaceful. It's so relaxing. And people misconstrue the fact and think that, man, I got to worship nature because nature's my teacher. I got to worship nature because nature's this and that. No, what God is trying to get us to understand is, man, that's you. That's you. Yes, nature is peaceful. Yes, nature's woo-doo-doo. But the reality, there's a whole lot of people that walk out in nature and they're terrified. There's a whole lot of people that walk in nature and they ain't got no peace. They ain't got no joy. They ain't got none of that stuff. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of people go to the beach and ain't got no joy, ain't got no peace, ain't got no happiness, none of that crap. So it's not necessarily the location, it's the individual. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. Don't buy the lie. Don't buy the lie. Stop buying the lie. You have so many people that see you wearing crystals and they think, oh man, you've changed so much. Oh man, you transformed so much. Oh man, look at what your growth and development and woo-doo-doo. And if you're not careful, you automatically assume that it's the crystals working. Oh man, I rock rose quartz crystal, and man, it's helping me fall in love with me, and it's helping me do this, and it's opening my heart chakra, and all this other stuff, right? And it's like, oh man, I got amethyst, and amethyst is helping me with my substance abuse, and amethyst is helping me with this, and we got all this stuff that we tag to the crystal. And I know you got a lot of people that believe that the crystals work like that. The crystals work like that because you believe the crystals work like that. I'm say it again. The crystals work like that because you believe the crystals work like that. What's up, Gene T? It's not the crystals. It's you. But because we bought into the lie for so long that we're powerless, we bought into the lie for so long that we're a failure, we're a loser, and we're a fuck up, and all this other negative, crazy stuff. We believe that. We believe that wholeheartedly. And so anything positive, man, it has to be the crystals because ain't nothing positive about me. You know what I mean? All the hell I've been through, all the hell that I'm going through, it has to be the crystals. Again, that's a form of putting yourself down. That's a way to put yourself down. That's the way to minimize the power that you have. That's the way to keep tearing yourself down. That's the way to keep minimizing who you are. See, we buy the fact that, man, we're the black sheep of the family, and that has such a negative connotation. You know, the black sheep of the family. Now stay with me. I'm on the same plane. We're talking about the same stuff. Stay with me. The black sheep of the family has the exact same thing. You know what am I saying? The black sheep of the family, that's the negative connotation. Oh, you the outcast. You not normal like everybody else. You're not normal like everybody else. And so we grow up believing that, man, I'm a screw up. Man, nobody accepts me. Man, I'm not good enough. I'm not valued. I'm not loved. I'm not worthy. And so we got to look for crystals to make us feel worthy. We got to put all of our hope and faith and belief in these crystals to make us feel like we're loved, to make us feel like we're powerful. You don't need crystals for that. That's not why I rock crystals. I rock crystals because I love how they look. I rock crystals because they're a great conversation piece. I rock crystals because if you know me, man, anytime I'm out in public and somebody like the other day, me and my queen went out for dinner, and the waitress came up and she was commenting on my bracelets, right? And she's like, man, I love your bracelets, man, and woo-doo-doo. And so I always wear extra bracelets. And so my mentality is I'm always going to pull one off and hand it to that person and bless them with it. She's always, well, not she, but people are, do you sell these? And they're like, nah, I don't sell these no more. You know what I mean? I just gift them away. Here, I bless you. And she's like, for real, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, it's yours. You know what I mean? And so she was just like so blown away that I gave her this amethyst bracelet. I told her that I make my own, I meditate with them and all that other stuff. And so she's like, man, I love your energy. And at first she thought it was the crystals. But then I was like talking to her, it's not about the crystal. The crystal's nice. It's just accessories. I'm saying it again, the crystals are just accessories to who you really are. It's like being dressed up. You know what I mean? And you putting on a diamond ring. A diamond is the same thing as a crystal. The diamond is the same thing as a precious gemstone. And it's a trip because all these religious fanatics tell you you can't wear crystals or you going to hell. But they got on $4,000, $5,000 diamond rings that they went in debt to get. Let me say it again. Diamonds, exact same thing as a precious gemstone. It is a precious gemstone. When you look it up, it's a precious gemstone. Just like ruby, just like sapphires, just like emerald. They're all precious gemstones. And so these people who demonize you for wearing crystals, they'll rock, diamond rings. They'll wear a diamond cross on their neck. They'll wear diamond earrings. Not even understanding that they don't bought into the fucking lie. Not even understand that they're fucking hypocrite. And they don't even see how much of a hypocrite they are. Because they bought into the lie. They've accepted the lie as truth. They've accepted the lie as truth. And they're damning everybody to hell because you don't do what they tell you to do. You don't do how they do. You don't get down like how they get down. We have to grow up. You have to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you're always going to buy into the lie. Let me say it again. If you don't know who you are, you're always going to buy into the lie. You're a black sheep. You're a failure. You're a screw up. You're a loser. You're always going to be single. Nobody wants you. Nobody's going to marry you. Nobody's going to commit to you. You're going to be poor the rest of your life. You're going to be miserable the rest of your life. You're going to be frustrated the rest of your life. You're going to be a drug addict the rest of your life. That's only true if you believe it to be true. I'm saying it again. What you believe, that's all that matters. That's all that matters is what you believe. Let's try to say it a different way. What you think about, you bring about. What you think about, you bring about. If all you think is negative stuff, that's all that you're going to keep manifesting in your life. If you bought into the lie that, man, and everything's happening in your life to show you how much of a failure you are, how much of a loser you are, how much of a screw up you are, how you're always going to be single and abandoned and whoop-de-whoop-de, and you got all this stuff that you think. If you think that stuff over and over and over, you're speaking a lie to yourself every time you think that. I'm going to say it again. And again, I'm going to read the quote to you again. If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. We understand that to be true. But for some reason, we don't understand the fact that we're telling ourselves lies every time we tell ourselves that we're going to be single for the rest of our life. We're a loser. We're not good enough. We're not worthy of love and blue, all this other crazy shit. Nobody values us. Nobody appreciates us. Nobody loves us. Nobody's going to love us. And all this other craziness. Every time you tell yourself that, you're lying to yourself and you're believing, you're convincing yourself that that's true. Man, you have to become mindful of what you believe. You have to be mindful of what you entertain. It's a trip. As kids, we grew up in, a great majority of us were taught about Santa Claus, you know what I mean? And we believe in Santa Claus and all that other foolishness, you know what I mean? And then we believe in Easter and freaking rabbits laying eggs and all this other stupid shit. And there's nothing about rabbits. I've raised rabbits, hundreds of them, thousands of them. Rabbits do not lay eggs. Rabbits do not lay eggs. I don't even understand why they told that stupid lie. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But we grew up believing that stupid stuff. And then we get a little older, a little more mature, and we understand, man, Santa Claus is fake. That's his dad, that's my uncle, that's grandpa, that's mom, that's the government, whoever it is that's buying you your gifts if you getting them. You know what I mean? If you believe in Easter or whatever the case, you understand, man, I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? I know rabbits don't lay eggs, and you know, it ain't about all that foolishness no more. You know what I mean? Because you've grown up some, you matured some. You understand the lies, the stories that were told to you. The tooth fairy, and all this other stupid stuff that we're taught. But the trip is, we could change our mind quick when it comes to all those things. But we cannot, for whatever reason, change our mind when it comes to us. When it comes to who we really are. Because we've taken personal attachment to that. We believe that, and we're willing to die on that sword. And so all this craziness about us that they told us, you know what I mean? That becomes part of our identity. That becomes who we are. And so many of us, we don't want to grow up. Many of us don't want to get beyond that because that's part of who I am. I've accepted that I'm a failure. I'm accepted the fact that I'm fat, that I'm ugly. Nobody's going to want me. Nobody's attracted to me. And I got cross eyes and my teeth are crooked and we'll do all this crazy shit. We accept all of that foolishness. We bought that lie. We didn't just buy that lie. We keep repeating that lie. We keep perpetuating that lie. We keep perpetuating that lie. We have to get to the point to where we understand that, man, I don't need crystals. I don't need tarot cards. I don't need oracle cards, charms, pendulums. I don't need any of that stuff to connect to God. I don't need any of that stuff to get a message for you. If that's what God wants me to do. If God wants me to give you a message, I don't need anything else other than hearing directly from God. But in order for me to hear from God, I got to be connected to God. A whole lot of people got tarot cards. A whole lot of people got oracle cards and charms and angel cards and all this other, and they ain't connected to God at all. Just because you have those things don't mean that you have some connection. Just because you got crystals don't mean that those crystals are working for you. Understand, all these things are just tools. They're just tools to get you to understand how powerful you are, to get you to understand who you are. I don't need crystals to fall in love with me. I don't need crystals to begin valuing myself. I don't need crystals and to rub crystals in my hand and hold them in my pocket. And I've always got crystals on me, in my pocket. Here's what I got in my pocket right now. Labradorite heart. And in this pocket right here, what is it? Amethyst heart. You know what I mean? I always got crystals with me, on me, all the time. Why? Because it's just a reminder to me of who I am. These crystals don't tell me who I am. They just remind me because I know who I am. And sometimes when things get kind of weary, things get kind of dark and gray and it's spooky, man, I have my hands in my pockets. And I remember especially the amethyst. Man, the amethyst is purple. You know what I mean? It's color royalty. Royalty. And just reminds me, man, you're a king. You are a royal being. You can't act a certain way. Man, you're royal. You can't just go out like that. You have to conduct yourself in a king manner. Don't lose it. Don't lose it over this foolishness. You're better than that. You're bigger than that. The calling on your life is more important than that. What you came here to do is more important than clapping back at this person. What you came here to do is bigger than just going off on this person and making them feel like they ain't shit. Because you got to correct them. And so when the ego want to rise up, man, I just look at my crystals, look at my hands, look at my fingers, and I remember, man, the amber shows me as a reminder to me, man, I've been preserved. I've gone through a lot of shit, and I didn't go through all the shit that I went through just to lose it over your ass. I didn't go through all the shit that I went through. I didn't go through all the growth and development and the training and the losses and all the other shit that I went through just to lose it over checking you. You ain't that important to me that I'm gonna lose everything that I worked for just to get back at you, just to put you in your place. Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. Stop buying the lie. But the only way to know the truth is, man, you got to go within you. You have to go within you. Drop my rag, excuse me. You have to go within you. You have to get connected to your greatest good, your greatest version of yourself. Source, the Most High, God, whatever you want to call it. All of that is within you. You already possess everything you need. You already possess it. It's like a seed. I tell you guys that I love gardening, you know what I mean? And you could take this big oak tree, right? Or in California, they have these giant sequoia trees, right? Huge trees, hundreds of years old, right? And so you could take these little seeds and you look at this seed. And everything that seed needs to get as big as that tree is already within that seed. You came here with everything already in you. Everything. All knowledge, all wisdom, all love, everything you needed to succeed and reach your full potential is already in you. The power to walk in your greatest good, the power to walk in your authority, to use your voice, that's already within you. You don't need anything externally. We get things external. We have nature, we have the stars, the moon, the sun, and all these other to remind us. And that's all they're for. It's just to remind us. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember why you're here. Remember why you've gone through all the hell that you've gone through. You're not here to be a black sheep, to be the scapegoat of the family. Thank you, Miss Rocky, for the donation. You didn't come here to be the scapegoat of your family. You didn't come here to be the doormat of your family. You came here to help rescue your family, to show your family, hey, we could do better. Hey, we ain't got to live like this. Hey, I don't care how broke we came into this world. Man, we can leave generational wealth. We have to change our thinking. We have to change our way of living. We could be just as prosperous as Bill Gates and all these other people if we walk in our full purpose, if we walk in our potential. But we don't believe that. We don't believe that. Because we hate ourselves. We devalue ourselves. We minimize ourselves. Oh, I could never be wealthy. Or I could never do what Jay-Z did. I could never do what Dr. Dre did. I could never do what Michael Jordan did. I could never do what Oprah did. I could never do what Bill Jobs did. We got all these excuses of who we can't be like. You didn't come here to be like them. You came here to be you. You came here to be you. And once you tap into who you are, Once you tap into that infinite wisdom, that infinite power, and walk in your authority, you have no idea what you can accomplish. You have no idea what you can build. You have no idea of how many lives you could touch. Every one of these people, every one of them, had to start off somewhere. They had to start off trying to figure out who the hell they were. And if you look at most of their stories, the great majority of them, they've been rejected by so many people, told that they weren't going to be good enough. And that was the drive that they needed to push them, to get them outside of the box, to get them thinking outside of the norm, to get them to leave those dead-end ass jobs and go start their own business. When you look at all the people that started, or the guy that started KFC and all these other companies, man, the great majority of them were fired from another company. The great majority of them were told that they wasn't good enough. And because they were let go, but because they didn't stop believing in themselves, they went on to create these billion-dollar companies. And if they can do it, all they're here for is to show you that if you believe in you, if you stop believing the bullshit lies you've been fed, but if you believe in you, if you love you, if you value you, then whatever they create, you could create your own form of that. You could do what you came here to do. Maybe you're not to create jobs like that. Maybe you came here to be like Mozart or Tchaikovsky or Beethoven. Maybe you're an artist and you came here to be like Michelangelo and all these other people. Maybe that's your inspiration. Maybe they're supposed to be a reminder to you of the talents and the gift that's lying dormant within you. What's up, Olivia Love? You got to stop buying the lie. You got to stop believing the lies. You look at all these people that are on YouTube, they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Man, how did they get there? Man, they put in the work. Consistency. They believed in themselves when nobody else did. They stayed true to what they came here for. And it's not about you got to have all these subscribers to give you any validation. That's not what I'm saying. Whatever you came here for, man, don't buy the bullshit. Stop buying the negativity. Stop buying the lies that you'll never accomplish that you'll never be good enough. Man, I've said this so many times. The late Dr. Miles Monroe was from the Bahamas. And so many books he's gotten published. And man, he's all over YouTube. You know what I mean? He's passed away a number of years now. But he said the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard. Why? Because all of the talents, all of the gifts, all of the businesses, all the cures, all the songs, all the books, all the artwork, everything that was supposed to be created and gifted to the world died with that person. All these people dying, never reaching their full potential. All these people died taking cures with them. All these people died taking businesses and books and songs and all of this other stuff to the grave with them. Because they didn't believe that it was good enough. They didn't believe in themselves. And so they defrauded the world of their gift. They stole their gift. The gift that was put in them to leave behind for humanity. The gift that was put in them to be a blessing and a beacon of hope and light and all this other stuff for humanity. They robbed that gift and took it to the grave with them. Man, whatever you do, man, die empty. Die empty. Die having came here and did everything that you were supposed to do. Die having given everything in you, every idea, every goal, every dream, every ambitious thought, whatever it is that you came here, that you got inside you. Man, die having given it all to humanity. Die having put it all into fruition. Die having put it all into work, into play. It's a trip. So many people want to live forever. You know what I mean? So many people want to become immortal. How do you become immortal? You leave your gift behind. You don't take your gift with you. You think about all the singers that are gone. You think about all the entertainers that are gone. You think about all the authors that are gone. And how their books, their songs, their movies, years after they're dead and gone, are still an inspiration, still an encouragement, still uplifting and empowering people they've never even met. Man, I had the privilege of being able to see Prince play in 2004. Man, he's gone. But his music still lifts up so many people all around the world. Michael Jackson. So regardless of what you think about them as people, I don't care. Their music is still uplifting people all around the world. Their music is still bringing hope and joy and a smile to so many people. Robin Williams, who committed suicide because he was so depressed, man, his movies are still entertaining people all over the world. That's how you become immortal. You become immortal by giving your gifts to humanity. Whatever it is that's inside of you, whatever business, whatever it is that you want to do, you feel led to do. Whatever's on the inside of you that's bubbling, that, man, it just won't go away. Give that gift to humanity. You have no idea how many lives you're going to impact. You may not reach your raggedy ass family, and that's okay. They may never believe in you. They may never support you, and that's okay. You're still going to impact the lives of so many others. Don't deprive the rest of the world of your gifts and your talents because your raggedy, sorry ass family don't believe in you. And because they're jealous of you and they're hating on you. Stop buying the lie. Stop buying the foolishness that, man, if you don't look like this woman, then you're not beautiful. If you don't look like this guy, if you don't look like Rod, then you ain't sexy as a dude. We gotta stop buying the fucking lies that makes us feel bad about ourselves. We gotta stop buying the lies that make us feel less than. It don't matter how many people have walked out of your lives. It don't matter how many times you tried to start a business and it collapsed and it failed. Keep going. Keep going. This is what you came here for. You came here to leave a mark on humanity. The question is, what kind of mark are you going to leave on humanity? I'll say it again. The question is, what kind of mark are you going to leave on humanity? Are you going to spew a bunch of religious fanatic bullshit? You know what I mean? To each their own. You know what I mean? To each their, but that's not why you came here. That's not why you came here. You came here to be a beacon of love, to help empower and show people the power within them. To show people how to heal and move on from where they are at. You didn't come here to be the baddest fucking twerker or whatever y'all call that stupid shit. You didn't come here just to look fucking pretty and show people your titties and ass. You didn't come here just to have some fucking babies. It's bigger than that. Everybody here came here for the purpose of leaving an impact, leaving humanity better off than when they got here. Leaving their mark in a positive and loving way. Everybody's not going to do it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? We all have free will. We could do what the hell we want to do. You could do what the hell you want to do. You could continue on buying into the bullshit and thinking less than of yourself, walk around frustrated and nervous and not liking you, not loving you, not valuing, and not being happy, not having. You could do that if you want to. That's your choice. That's your right. You are entitled to do that if that's what you want to do. But you don't have to live like that. You don't have to live like that. Man, the other day, this young lady reached out to me. Young lady, she graduated junior high school, getting ready to go into high school. When I first met her, she was in the 5th grade. 5th grade. Now she's going into 9th grade. And it's a trip because, man, I can't imagine, I can't believe that time's gone by that fast. You know what I mean? That all these years has gone by that fast. And I haven't seen her since the 6th grade. The 6th grade. And she reached out to let me know, man, I haven't seen you in a couple of years, but I appreciate everything that you told us. I appreciate everything that you showed us. I appreciate you taking time out to hang out with us. I appreciate you taking us to the movies. I appreciate you taking us out to get corn and to hang out with us. I appreciate the lessons. I didn't like them at the time, but I appreciate them now. I value them now. And when I get frustrated and I'm ready to give up, I think about, what would Elijah say? What would Elijah do? What would Elijah tell me? And it's a trip, family, because when I started working at the school, 5th grade at the school in California was 5th grade through 8th grade. That's junior high school, 5th grade through 8th grade. In the year that I was there, the year before I got there, 9 kids that they know of tried to commit suicide. We're talking about babies. 9 kids from the 5th grade through the 8th grade in one school year at one school tried to commit suicide. That's just the 9 that they know about. That's not counting all the other ones that they don't know about. That's not counting all the ones that was having those suicidal thoughts. What is your impact going to be on humanity? What is your impact going to be? What is your legacy going to be? Is your legacy going to be that, man, you came here and you look good, you look fly, you know how to dress? Is that going to be your legacy? Oh, you know how to put makeup on? Is that your legacy? You've had sex with all these women, you slept with all these dudes. That's your legacy? You got this type of degree? That's your legacy? How the hell is any of that shit helping anybody else? Oh, your legacy, man, you became a manager at such and such a company. That's your fucking legacy for real? For real, that's all you've accomplished in life. That's all that you've done as far as helping humanity. Man, look at the title and the position I got. But you ain't doing shit to help anybody else elevate. You ain't doing shit to help anybody else resolve their issues. You're not doing anything to help anybody believe in themselves. This is what it means to be a beacon of hope. This is what it means to be a chosen one. And I know all these people, or a child of God, put it that way. I know all these people got all these stupid shit about what a chosen one is, what a child of God is. This is what it means to be a child of God. How are you impacting the lives of those around you? How are you impacting the lives of others in a better way? Don't sit there and quote some stupid ass scriptures to people. And I'm not saying scriptures are stupid. Stay with me. Don't sit there and just beat people down with fucking scriptures. Don't nobody need that shit. Don't nobody need your religious, self-righteous, judgmental ass condemning them because they ain't on your quote unquote level. Man, it's amazing how we don't talk about all the shit that we've done. It's amazing how we don't talk about all the mistakes we've made. It's amazing we don't talk about the poor choices we made. We know they weren't a mistake. I intentionally went and slept with this person. I intentionally went and stole this. I intentionally went and defrauded this person. We don't talk about any of that shit that makes us look less than. Where people look at us like, ooh, that's suspect. You know what I mean? We don't talk about those things. You know, those of us that have been on drugs and those of us that have been on the streets and been homeless and dumpster diving and all, we don't want to talk about that shit no more because I'm clean and nobody knows that and keep that a secret. Nobody has to know I was selling my ass just to have somewhere to eat. I was selling my ass just to have somewhere to lay down that night and to be able to take a shower. I wasn't sleeping with you because I was attracted to you. I was sleeping with you because I knew I could take a shower and sleep there that night. We don't want to talk about that shit. We want to put on our crystals and our best clothes, and we want to put on the facade. Man, I'm so enlightened. Man, I'm so woke, and I'm Buddha conscious and Christ conscious and God conscious. I'm all this bullshit. I'm a chosen one. I'm a child of God. But you ain't doing a motherfucking thing for the world. You're not doing a damn thing to help humanity. All you're doing is spewing more negative, toxic shit. And you're doing it judging other people and putting down other people. That's not helping anybody. That's not helping anybody at all. All that's doing is feeding your own fucking issues, feeding your own twisted ego. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. What are they going to say about you when you're gone? Your family's probably going to say you weren't shit. That's a given. That's a given. What is humanity going to be able to say about you? You're always going to have fucking haters. That's a given. That's a given. When you pass away, will you be able to say, man, I'm ready? When it's your time to go? And it's a trip because most people, when it's their time to go, man, they're fighting, screaming and kicking, not wanting to go because there's so much more that they need to do. They know that they wasted so much fucking time. They ain't did shit. Now all of a sudden they want to get busy. They want to get busy. I remember my late wife. I used to send out text messages, hundreds of them, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that, I had like a mass group list and I would send out a thought of the day, you know what I mean? And this is before I got on social media and all this other stuff. I would send out a text message to all these people. And she would ask me, why are you doing that? And what makes you qualified to do that? And who do you think you are to do that? And we'll do all this crazy shit, right? And at first it's like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to help people. You know what I mean? Damn, I can't just say something positive. Oh, but I can get on and say some stupid shit, but I can't say something positive to try to inspire people, to try to help people, try to get people to think outside the box. I can't try to say something thought-provoking just to get people to, think about that. And when she got cancer and she was on her deathbed, she started writing text messages and sending out emails. And she realized the importance of it. But it took her getting on her deathbed before she realized, damn, I gotta start getting busy. It took her getting stage 4 breast cancer, where her breast is completely opened up and her left lymph nodes is completely opened up and both of them look like freaking cauliflower, before she came to the understanding that, dang, I gotta start helping people. I gotta start trying to help people. Maybe they'll listen to me now. Maybe because I'm getting ready to die, maybe they'll take what I'm saying serious. Whether they listen to me or not, man, I got to get it off my chest. I got to get it out there. My responsibility is just to spread the word. Whatever they do, man, that's on them. And understand, man, you're not going to help everybody. Everybody don't want your fucking help. Don't personalize it. Don't stop giving and being the beacon of hope and empowering and encouraging everybody that you can, just because these ignorant people don't want your fucking help. That's okay. That's okay. Keep pushing. Keep doing what you came here to do. Stop allowing these people to keep you stuck in a box. They don't want you to be the best you, because they know they're not tapped into the greatest version of themselves. And so they don't want to see you shine. They don't want to see you blowing up. They don't want to see you impacting the lives of all these people, because it's an indictment on them. Because they know they ain't doing shit. They know they ain't really about shit. And so the fact that you're trying to help other people, it's a slap in the face to them. The fact that you're trying to encourage and inspire people that you don't even know. You're trying to help your family, but they too fucking uppity to listen to you. They too fucking bougie to listen to you. They too fucking know-it-alls to listen to you. Man, it is what it is. It is what it is. You didn't come here to be like them. You didn't come here to be like the rest of your family. You didn't come here just to get a job. You didn't come here just to get pregnant, just to have a husband, just to have a wife. If you're a true child of God, if you're a true chosen one, if you're a true star seed, or whatever label you want to give yourself, you came here for the purpose of growing. You came here for the purpose of healing and showing others how to heal. And using your stories and your experiences to help others. Because the reality, everybody ain't gonna listen to me. Everybody ain't gonna resonate with me. They might listen to you though. They might understand you. They might resonate with you. They might like the way you talk. They might like the way you dress and the way you look. And so they'll take the time to listen to what you have to say. Man, we gotta wake up. We have to wake up. We have to understand, man, I gotta stop buying the lies. I don't need somebody to speak for me. I don't need somebody to do anything for me like that. I came here for the purpose of doing this myself. What do I mean by that? Because it's not about ego. What's up with you, Venetia? It's not about your ego. It's about you reaching your full potential. It's about you being that phoenix. And see, most people don't really understand that phoenix. Man, I got a tat over there on my arm. I don't know if you guys can see it. Behind my lotus. It's back there somewhere. Picture of a tat of a phoenix. Why? Because what it represents. Phoenix, man, it dies multiple deaths. But every time it rises from its ashes, it rises stronger, wiser, more beautiful. That's just a metaphor for us. That's a metaphor for you. Every time you grow, you die. You die to the old part of you, and you rise up. And you grow some more, and you die to the old part of you again, and you rise up again. And it's just a cycle that you keep dying and rising, dying and rising, dying and rising. In this lifetime, you never get there all the way. You don't get there all the way in this lifetime. It's a cycle of death and life. I got to give up some things in order to get some things. I got to give up my old way of thinking, my old way of living to be elevated to the next level. If I don't give up my old way of thinking, if I don't give up my old patterns, I'm never going to outgrow them. I can only outgrow them once I give them up. There's some family members, you got to cut their asses off. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow, because we get stuck in our complacency. We get stuck in our familiarity. Oh, all my peoples live right here, and we all in the hood, and we all been here, and everybody paying rent, and everybody ain't struggling from paycheck to paycheck. And no, we didn't come here for that bullshit. And then you got family, oh, she thinks she all that because look at what she's doing, and she done went and bought her a house, and who the hell she think? You know, they get on that stupid shit. And if you're not careful, you're crabs in the barrel. If you're not careful, you allow them to bring your raggedy ass right back down to that level you were at. You done got to the top of the barrel, on your way out to freedom. But you couldn't let go of your fucking past. You couldn't let go of your family. And so they reached up and pulled your ass back down. And now you're stuck with the rest of them, going through the same cycles as the rest of them. We have to stop buying the lie. We have to stop buying the bullshit. You can't tell me that you love me and not push me to reach my best version of myself. You can't tell me you love me and you trying to hold me back. You can't tell me you love me and we're blood and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop and you're trying to keep me trapped in this fucking hellhole. You're trying to keep me from reaching my full potential. You're trying to keep me from chasing my dreams. You're trying to keep me from being all that I'm capable of being. I don't want that kind of fucking love, because it's not love. That's hate. But we're so twisted, we believe that hate is love. We believe that our family members and these toxic dudes we in relationships with, and these toxic ass women we in relationships, we believe that they love us and that they looking out for us because they're stopping us from chasing our dreams. They're stopping us from making a mistake. They're stopping us from making a fool of ourselves and all this other stupid shit they sell us. Oh, I just don't want you to look bad. I don't want you to get your hopes up too high and you crash and burn, because then you're going to look foolish. You're going to look like an idiot. No, I'm going to look like an idiot staying here on this fucking level with you, because I didn't come here for this bullshit. If you love me, push me. If you love me, challenge me. If you love me, correct me. If you love me, get on my helmet. Man, you awfully fucking lazy lately. Man, I don't see you doing shit. What the fuck have you done? What the fuck are you doing? You got all these dreams, all these goals. How the fuck is what you doing right here, right now, helping you reach your dreams? How is what you doing right here? You hanging out with the rest of us, smoking, getting drunk and high and all this stupid shit. That's not what you said you want to do in life. How are you sitting here doing this stupid shit? How is that helping you chase your dreams? How is that helping you accomplish what you came here for? That's love. That's love. It's hard, but that's love. Oh, hell no. You can't hang out with us. You can't smoke with us. You can't drink with us. You can't do this stupid shit with us. Why? Because we love you and we know that you can do more than this. I often talk about this guy by the name of Mitchell Ziegler, one of the first Crips in East San Jose. And me and Mitchell used to hang out a lot. And one day, my aunt had signed me up for the Air Force, and we're sitting in the car and we're just riding down the street. And I'm like, man, I'm not going in the Air Force. Fuck that. And he was like, yeah, you are. I was like, nah, bro, I'm not going in the Air Force. And he kept telling me that I was. And I was like, dude, what you tripping about? Don't buy the lie. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And see, dude, what you tripping about? Mitch, come on, man. We don't put in some work. What the fuck you talking about? We could do this shit. You know what I mean? We could do this. And he was like, no. And I was like, what are you talking about? And so Mitch had a way. He pulled out his little gat and put it on the little console between the front seat. And he had his hand on it. And I knew what he was getting ready to say. And it's like, oh, this motherfucker tripping. Stay with me. Because it wasn't a preacher that got me off the fucking streets of East San Jose. It wasn't some great doctor, some great teacher that got me off the fucking hood. It wasn't some world-renowned philosopher that changed my life. It wasn't some pastor or some bishop that spoke life into me. It's a career felon. A career felon. I know some of the work that he's done. I know some of the work we've done. He's in the pen still. And he made a statement. Changed my life. If I see you on these streets, I won't be seeing you on these streets. I'm like, Mitch, what the fuck you tripping about, man? I thought you'd be happy and we could do this. And I'm just going down a list of the shit that we've done and the shit that we could do. And he looked at me, jerked the car over, pulled over, slammed on the brakes. And he told me straight up. I knew Mitch since junior high school. Now I'm in high school. He's already dropped out. And he's looking at me. And he tells me, you could do something righteous with your life. You don't belong on these streets. If anybody can make it off the fucking hood, it's you. If anybody can make it out of East San Ho, it's you. You gotta get out of this fucking area. You gotta get out the fucking hood. And you're going into the Air Force because you gotta do something righteous with your life. A gangbanger. Changed my life. A gangbanger got me up off the fucking streets. A gangbanger put me on this path of speaking life and healing and growing and trying to help others. It wasn't some preacher. It wasn't some teacher. Somebody I could relate to. Somebody I hung out with. Somebody I did some dirt with. But he saw something in me. He believed that I could do more than what we were doing. He knew that this was going to take us to the pen, and he was trying to get me up out of that. He knew for him, he would never make it off the streets. He made it off the streets into the penitentiary. Back and forth, back and forth. And I share that story with the young people that I work with. I share that story with everybody I work with. Why? Because you ain't got to have a fucking doctorate degree to speak life into somebody. You ain't got to have a fucking education to be able to help somebody reach their potential, to put somebody on the right path. Because this gangbanger, because this criminal saw something in me and spoke something in me, man, lives of thousands have been touched. Let me say that again in case you missed it. Some of my videos have been seen in over 70 countries. I've counseled and mentored people all over the world. And that would not have been possible had not this gangbanger, this Crip, had a heart-to-heart conversation with me one day. Had he not kept it real with me one day. Had he not told me some shit I didn't want to hear. But he kept it real. And because he saw something, man, I've been able to help so many people because of him. And I share his story. I share his name. Why? Because that's part of his legacy. That's part of his legacy. I'm part of his legacy. He's done a whole lot of crazy shit. But I'm part of his legacy. Because he took the time to speak into me. Mitch was a little older than I was, like a year or two older than me. Because he took the time to speak into me. Because he valued me that much. I started learning to value myself. I started understanding I don't have to just accept any fucking thing. I don't have to accept just living grimy. I don't have to accept just living off the fucking streets and in the fucking hood. Looking over my shoulders constantly, wondering if marks are gonna come for me. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. And the greatest crap that you've gone through, the more crap that you've gone through, the more stuff that you failed and man, all this other, man, the greater your story. Stop buying the lie that you because you've been to the pen that you're a fuck up. Stop buying the lie because you've been strung out on dope or because you've been homeless, because you gave up your kids, you lost your kids to the system or whatever, that you're a failure and man, stop buying that fucking lie. Get busy and start speaking into the lives of others. Start encouraging others. Start dealing with your shit. Start healing from your shit. This dude, this gangbanger, showed me more love on that one day than most Christians had my entire fucking life. Most Christians that's talked to me, they come across as fucking self-righteous and judgmental, telling me I'm going to hell and with all this other stupid ass bullshit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that stupid shit. This brother kept it real. This brother showed me that I had a fucking option. I'm here showing you, telling you that you have options. You have options. You could keep going down the same toxic paths that you've been going down. You could stay in the same raggedy, ratchet ass fucking environment that you've always been in. And I'm talking about emotionally. Emotionally. Or you could change all of that. You could change all of that. The choice is yours. The choice has always been yours. We just believed the lies. We didn't think we had options. We thought we were powerless. We thought we were a victim. We thought we were weak. We thought we were voiceless. And so we bought into all that bullshit. We bought into all that bullshit. Oh, you'll never be happy. You'll never be married. You'll never be successful. We bought into all that bullshit. Stop buying the lie. I get on here and I try to do these lies and try to be as real and I am real and transparent as possible. Why? Because that's what Mitchell showed me back in 88. Back in 1988, I had this gangbanger show me and be raw and real with me. I don't know any other way. This is how I am. And I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I don't see anything wrong with it, but you know what I mean? Some people don't like the way that I talk. Some people don't like my crystals. Some people don't like my cursing. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Man, I'm going to stay true to me. I'm going to stay true to my purpose. I understand I'm not going to save everybody. I understand I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. Been down that path. That don't work for me. Ain't none of us Captain Save-A-Ho. But we can help as many people as possible. We can inspire and motivate and challenge as many people as possible. What's up with you, Tamara? The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Your legacy can be as great as you want it to be. Your legacy can be as great as you want it to be. Or it could be as fucked up as you want it to be too. And one of the saddest things about funerals is going to somebody's funeral and you know they didn't do shit. They wasn't about shit. And then hearing all these preachers talk all this stupid shit about, man, they had so much potential and woo-doo-doo. But yeah, just keep it real with the people. Tell them they wasn't about shit. Tell them they didn't do shit. They had all the potential in the world, but they fucked it all. They had all the potential in the world, but they was too scared to face their fucking fears. They had all the potential in the world, but they're scared to get out of their fucking comfort zone. And so they died, never getting close to their full potential. They died never creating or being a positive impact on humanity. Let this person be a role model to you of how not to live your life. Don't judge them. Let that be a role model. Man, nah. I don't want people saying that shit about me when I'm dead. I didn't go through all the hell that I went through just so people say, oh, he didn't reach his potential. He wasn't shit and he didn't accomplish shit. He didn't impact nobody's lives. I didn't go through the shit that I went through. You didn't go through all the hell that you went through for vain or for nothing. You know what I mean? You went through the hell that you went through. Why? So that now you could be a positive impact and reach back and hold other people and grab other people's hands and pull their asses up off the fucking hood, pull their asses up off the fucking streets, pull their asses up off the fucking dope, out of these toxic ass relationships. That's why you went through the shit that you did. So that you could speak on it from a place of expertise. Been there, done that. That's why you got all these counselors, all these people with doctorate degrees and master's degrees, and they going into these schools and they trying to help these kids, and the fucking kids can't relate to these people, and these people can't relate to these fucking kids. And so they're blowing the teachers off, and they ain't got no fucking respect for these teachers. They ain't got no respect for these counselors because they ain't gone through the hell that they're going through. They don't know their fucking pain and their struggles. And so it takes people like us that's gone through the shit to be able to relate to them so that they can relate to us. So they can say, damn, if this person has been in and out of the system, damn, if this person's been off and on dope for all this time, damn, if this person can go through all of this shit and lose this and see his father murder his mom and be molested and be beat down and all the shit that man, I could go through it, what I'm going through. That gives me hope. I don't have to be a fucker. Look at how they turned out. Look at how this person turned out. If they could change their life around, if they could do something positive and constructive with their life, man, then I can too. And when I get stuck, man, I know who to call. When I get stuck, I know I can reach out to this person. Elijah, man, help me. Elijah, man, I'm tripping. Elijah, man, money's tight and I want to go back to slanging because that's a quick fix for me. Elijah, money's funny and I want to go back out on the streets and sell my ass because I know I can get some change. But I really don't want to do that. Talk to me. Because they understand that I understand. That's why we have to share our stories. That's why we have to be a beacon in our communities and help everybody that we can. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. Your legacy isn't just about your fucking kids. Your legacy is about the lives all over the world that you're going to impact in a positive way. Man, when it's my time to go, when it's my time to go, man, I want to be able to just throw up my hands and say, man, I'm fucking ready. You know what I mean? It's time. I've done everything I could do. I've tried to help everybody I could help. It's time. I don't have to stay here longer. I don't have to be begging God for more time, begging and cussing and angry because I know I got maybe 3 weeks left or 6 months left and now I'm trying to stay here longer. Because I see that I wasted all this time and now I'm trying to make up for it. Nah. When it's my time, man, it's my time. And I could go in peace, knowing that I've done everything that I could do. I left it all on the table. I left it all on the game, on the field. I've impacted everybody's life that I could. I put all the information out there that I could. I had the heart-to-heart conversations, the one-on-ones, the mentoring, the coachings. I've done all that I could do. And I'm okay. I'm okay. My hope and prayer is that we grow up. We grow up. And we mature emotionally. Emotionally. And stop buying the lies. You're not a failure. You're not ugly. You're not stupid. You are loved. You are more powerful than you can ever imagine. You're connected to infinite wisdom, infinite power, infinite power. There's no way in the world 20 years ago, or when Mitch was talking to me, that I would ever imagine that I would have a platform like this. There was no way in the world that I could imagine that people in different countries would have heard me or would have watched some of the stuff that I had to say. Or that people would think that what I had to say was important to them. There's no way for me to understand or indeed comprehend that what I had to say had the ability to help so many people's lives. I couldn't imagine that then. I couldn't fathom that thought. You don't know how great you can be. You don't know how powerful you could be. Man, I love you guys. I love you guys. And I say these videos and I go all out like this because I don't know when it's going to be my last time. None of us know that. You know what I mean? None of us know that. None of us know that. None of us know when we're checking out, when it's our time. And so I give my all in the videos because I don't know if there's going to be another one that follows up. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow. And so I say everything that I feel I got to say on the videos. And I try to come as raw and as real as possible. You know what I mean? Because I ain't got time to sugarcoat shit. You don't have time to sugarcoat shit. It's not about being liked anymore. It's not about being popular anymore. It's not about being validated anymore. It's about giving all that you have to give. I love you. Thank you all for staying here and watching this long ass video. You know what I mean? Thank you for being part of this family, part of this tribe. Man, I love you guys' energy. I love what you guys are doing. Thank you for keeping me in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you. I love you. Happy healing. Peace.